see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the visiting team and these guys defending their home turf. Leading the visiting sideline, as always, their head coach. These guys trying to stop hovering around 500. They come in 4-3 to this one. On the opposite sideline, a look at their head coach. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. From the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and we're just about set to get this one started. And this one's away on EA Sports. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And leading them out, a rare breed in the NFL, their lefty QB.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this 3rd-year QB.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, he's not happy about it. And he will be focused on rectifying those things here.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him from the 31. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping him off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting him even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors and their wide receivers set for this next possession. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now you can see he's second in the league in touchdown receptions. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Howard. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Tight end going in motion here. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Howard. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 3 now. Howard keeps it himself. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Howard. He's going to keep it this time. And Howard wisely avoids taking a hit at the end of what was a nice productive run. Gets him a 1st down. From the red zone on 1st. Looking for somewhere to throw. And he carries it in for the touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. They'll run here from the gun. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
They give it to him again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And I know we're normally discussing his work leading the passing game, but Wow, we've really had to take note of what he's done on the ground. He's leaned into that part of his game early. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Howard now to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. Jukes away from one. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We've set it downs from 37. Lone back gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
He's got a man left. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Now this offense getting set to work here. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Option design here. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. He's going to throw it. He gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Their offense ready to take the field now. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. We've set it down from 37. Here's Howard, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll go play action. Howard connects on the crosser. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They got 21 yards on the play. And that means 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He keeps it and takes off. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that 1st down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there. That's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most. Now here he goes on the boot. Hits his running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak with Howard. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Still a one-possession game in the early stages. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its stride. They've got first and goal to work with. It is cut left side. Touchdown. These guys pull out in front further, 13-zip. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys double their lead to 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Another drive coming up for this offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
They'll run here on first down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Short pass brought in. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, looking to throw. Gets him on the in route. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Sending him on the dive. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
That one's complete right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Quick to the left, it's caught. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 2nd down.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Now looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to run for it. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go play action. Pressure's on him, and it's going to get home. He's dropped. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times. but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it, that's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
One right down the middle. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Our home team, 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. And send their tight end right. Another carry for him. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Offense to the line. Here we go. Give now to the running back. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives him a 1st down. Throwing off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one.
They want him again, and he goes down again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Working now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. The offense getting set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They got 21 yards on the play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. On 1st down, Howard. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Howard. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Howard. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So it's going to be 2nd and about 4 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Running back sent in motion. Out of the gun, Howard. Pass complete to Wiley. And they get this down to the 28. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Howard. That one's complete over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing from the gun here. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Howard. This one's caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now ahead of 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Howard looking to pass. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Finds the in route, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. He's dropping back to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking in the air here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42. They are throwing it again. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. The final throw before the break. Going all the way to the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. He stopped on the run back at the 27. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that is good for a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Here's a quick pass to the right side, cut. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. We've set it downs from 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Pass play on first and 10. That's completed right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone on first. Cut out left. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They go heavy on this first and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Hand off to the back. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. Still set up at the 9. It's second and goal. He gets it again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That one gains 7. And that gives him the first. Plowing up the middle. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Rolling into enemy territory. And Howard wisely avoids taking a hit at the end of what was a nice productive run. Gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it downs from 37. Here's Howard, 1st and 10. Finds the football outside. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 2nd and 3 now. Dive play straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
1st down. It's a gain of 6. Result is a 1st down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They give it to him again. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down. This time it's a passing play. That one connects. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal. He's got it on the bootleg. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys double their lead to 14. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This return starts at the 5. Escapes a defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
All the left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to bring up 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he manages to reach the 19 before he's stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. Line up the design keeper. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Of all the players out there, right, the coach on the field, the quarterback, well, he's got to know that play was dead in the water. At that point, just minimize the loss. Can't be tackled that far behind the line.
Ooh, option play on 2nd and goal. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
He has the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They'll go play action. Howard. Wiley hauls it in. And this one doesn't go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Right up the gut. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It'll still be just a one-score game when we resume play. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds his man, Gray. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and they're going to have a 1st down now.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, Howard. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the gameplay.
Handoff now from the gun. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Howard throwing on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The home team's ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. 1st down, play action. Finds his back complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Dropping back to throw. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. 1st and 10. Here's Howard. Short pass brought in. Tackle made right around the 26. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means 1st down. Running this one left. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosive.
What a hit, and the ball's loose. And the defense has got it.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Back out runs their offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Going deep here for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit, knocks it free, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Here's a throw. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down. So now here's 3rd and 5. They're going to try and throw it here. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a new set of downs. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain. It's stopped down at the 3. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Desperation time here on 4th. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. These guys now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now outruns their offense to take over. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Punting unit out now, and he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Fair catch made here at the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Shovel pass complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
they're going to throw out of the gun. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Second down pass play coming. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Back to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down. They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. It's an option right that begins this drive. Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm.
In truth, Kate, I felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on second down as well.
Finds the in route complete. And he's going to have this one up to about the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. Out of the gun, Howard. Hits him on the out route. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, here's Howard. Looking slant route, complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys want to end it in regulation if they can. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. They kick the running back in motion. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Escapes the sack. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 43. Here he is to throw. Caught by his back. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. Howard keeps... Oh, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the defense. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, pardon the pun here, just fumbled away.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they need to get it to at least that 40-yard line to have a shot at the game winner. But there's enough time remaining to work it even closer if things go right. Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Just a yard left to go on second down. Pass play now. It is caught left side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Going now on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He takes off with it. Running in the red zone. And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Trying to throw this from the gun. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. This celebration begins for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.